All right. Hello, everybody. Good evening. It is absolutely great to see you all again, logging in so quickly tonight. It is the evening now, and we are, of course, ready for a new lesson, right? Once again, hello, everyone. How is everyone feeling today? I hope you are all happy and ready to learn. Before we start something new, let's give ourselves a big clap. We just finished learning our numbers from 11 all the way to 20. You all did a fantastic job counting stars, counting flowers, and even ladybug spots. Okay? A big clap to everyone. Now, think about this. We know how to count things, but how do we describe them? If I see a beautiful bird outside, I can say, I see one bird, but wouldn't it be better if I could tell you what it looks like? Like, is it bright like the sun? Is it dark like the night sky? And that is why today we are going to learn about colors. Colors are like magic. They make the world look interesting and more beautiful. Without colors, everything would just be, black and white. Today, we will learn the names of these colors, how to say them perfectly or accurately, and of course, how to find them in the room around us. Are you ready to add some color to our lesson? Okay, let's look at the next slide. Okay, again, we're going to talk about for this session the world of colors or colors basically. Okay, now look at all these beautiful circles on the screen. Okay, this one. This is our first color slide, and it takes a lot. Of course, there are six of them. Now, it asks a very special question here. What is your favorite color? Again, what is your favorite color? Now, before we answer that, let's look at our options together. Even though I cannot, personally hear you, I want you to say these names out loud at home so, you can practice your English sounds. Okay? Let's start with the leftmost color, which is red. Again, red. Say it with me, red. And pronouncing this particular word, red, um, you should know that it is a quick, strong sound, just like that bright, red shirt with the number 12 that we saw last meeting. So this is again red. Next is blue. Everyone say blue. Make your lips into a small circle. Okay? Blue. Again, blue. Now, blue, it is the color of the sky and those blue stars. Blue stars we counted last meeting. Next is yellow. Again, yellow. Say yellow. Oh, there are two syllables here. Yellow. So yellow, it's bright like the sun. That is yellow, our third color. Next, this is green. Say green. So you make that long E sound. You make that E sound really long. Okay? Green. Green. Like the grass or the green shirt for maybe your school uniform or your PE shirt. So that is green. Next is orange. Still, this one has two syllables. Again, this is orange. Now, this one is a color as well as a fruit. Okay? Orange. One more time. Orange. Next is purple. This is the last one. purple. Finally say purple. Okay, this is a royal color. Okay, let's go back. I want to see your fingers moving. I want to know about you. Now look at the six colors on the screen again. We have red, blue, yellow, green, orange, and purple. Now please go to the comment section right now and you know, maybe say the color that you find most interesting or what is your favorite color? You can use this sentence. My favorite color is, and then type the color you like best. Again, my favorite color is, and then type your favorite color. Okay? Okay, I will wait for maybe 20 seconds to type in your answers. Okay, we're back. Oh, again, the question is what is your favorite color? Now, my favorite color as of now, because I keep changing my favorites, for me, my favorite color would be yellow because it's bright and I like it. It lifts my mood. So this is my favorite color. How about you? Well, you can always comment or share it in our comment box. Okay? I know you have so many different favorites today, like favorite color. Okay? Anyway, I know you're listening. Thank you for at least listening and paying attention to the class right now. It is so interesting to see maybe what you like. So let's move on to, of course, the next slide. Okay, now everyone, please look closely at the screen. This slide is very, very important for our lesson today. At the top, you can see the words primary colors. Now I want to explain why we use the word primary. This one, primary. Okay, okay, that one. Primary. Now, in English, primary, that word, it often means first or most important. Again, primary is defined as first or most important. So these three colors that you can see on your screen, we have red, blue, and yellow are the first colors. Okay, again, I'm gonna type the meaning of the primary. Primary is first or most important. Our primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Okay, now we call them the first colors. They are special because they are considered as pure. Like you cannot mix other colors together to make red. You cannot mix color to make blue, to make yellow. They just exist on their own. No, they don't need mixing. They don't need combining. They just exist on their own. That is, those are the primary colors, are our first colors. Again, they are red, blue, and yellow. But here is the amazing part, everyone. Even though there are only three, they are the parents of almost every other color you see in the world. Now, if you were a painter and you only had these three tubes of paint, you could still paint a whole forest, a sunset, even a rainbow just by mixing them. And that is why we say they are the main colors we use to make other colors. Okay, let's look at them one by one and practice how we say their names perfectly. Okay, let's have this one. On the left, we have a bright, juicy apple. Now, let's look at the pronunciation guide here below. Red. Again, red. It is a very short and clean sound. So it doesn't drag on. It is the same color as this this fruit, which is apple. Again, apple is our example. Next is blue. Again, blue in the middle. We have the vast open sky. Although in the picture, um, the sky is totally not blue, but we take it as the sky is blue here. Okay, blue. This is the color of blue, just like what is the color of the text and this line. Okay, that is blue. Now the sound for blue is blue, blue. This one. So to say this correctly, you have to push your lips out a little bit at the end. Okay. Next, last one, the third one, yellow. On the right, we see a yellow banana. So the pronunciation is yellow, yellow. This word has two parts or two syllables. So it's a very happy, bright color, like the banana, like the sun here. Okay, that is why, as of now, I mentioned earlier that this is my favorite color. Now, I want to see if you can find these boss colors in your own home, our first colors, our primary colors. We're going to have a little competition in the comment section. I want you to look around you right now. Do you see anything that is red, blue, or yellow? It could be your pencil, your water bottle, or even the chair you're sitting on. So when you find something, please type in the comments. You should type the color first and then the object. Okay? For example, you can type red phone. This one. You can type red phone if you have one, or blue bag, or yellow yellow pencil, right? That one. So you can type that if you have that one around you right now. So I will wait for a moment while you look around and type your answers. I'm very excited to see what objects you have with you today. Okay? I'm gonna give you maybe 10 seconds. Okay? All right. Okay. Now, let me see what do I have here around me. I have for red, I have a red ball pen. Ah, yeah, I have a red ball pen. This is a red ball pen. Next, for blue, let me see. For a moment. Oh, this one. This is the first one I found. This is a blue eye drop or blue box. Let's just say blue box. Okay, blue box. Next, yellow. This one. I have here a yellow book. Again, a yellow book. So those are again our first colors or primary colors. Now we delve in on these primary colors that we have. Let's see on the next slide. Okay, so what else is red? I know you have a lot of color red, color blue, and even yellow colors there. Different objects inside your room, inside your home, inside your office, or wherever you are right now. Okay, let's have this one. Ah, so it is time for our very first deep dive. Look at the top of your screen. Let's have the red, the first color, primary color. What else is red? We have heart. This one, we have heart. Their heart is red. So we use a red heart to show love, right? Next is rose, a very beautiful red flower. Next, strawberry, a delicious sweet fruit that is bright red. Next, a car. Now, many fast cars are painted red. We have fire truck. This is a very important red vehicle that helps people in need. And lastly, the one we mentioned earlier, apple, our favorite red snack. Okay, let's try this sentence. The apple is red. Again, the sentence is the apple is red. Okay, so this is the red. Next, we move on to blue. Okay, you are all doing so well. So we just finished learning about red, and now it is time for our second primary color. Look at the beautiful color on your screen now. It says, let's learn blue. Now, we've already mentioned blue. Blue is often a color that makes people feel calm and peaceful. Now, it is our second leader color. Let's practice that long vowel sound together at home. So, everyone say blue. Again, blue. Remember to push your lips out like you are blowing a bubble. Blue. Again, blue. So we can find this primary color in so many amazing places, from the bottom of the sea to the high sky. So let's try to see, what the examples on our slide. We have here first ocean. So the deep, wide water where fish swim is blue. Next, we have jeans. Many of you might be wearing blue jeans right now. We don't know. Next is blueberry. So small, round, healthy fruit that is naturally blue, but sometimes you see it as purple, just like this one. But of course, naturally, it is blue. Next is butterfly. Some butterflies have stunning blue wings. This one around the corner that is blue. Next is bird. I don't know why the color is blue, supposedly. Okay? The bird, there are many types of bluebirds in nature. Okay? So, let's just picture this bird as blue. And lastly, the night sky. So, when the sun goes down, the sky turns a very dark blue. Okay? Let me check. All right. So, this particular color, just like with red, blue is everywhere. No, you can think about your toys, you can think about your favorite cartoons or things that you see outside. Okay? Next, we have yellow. Again, yellow. Okay. So you are doing an incredible job today. We have explored so far red and blue. And now it is time for the brightest member of our primary color family and my favorite color as of now. That is, look at the screen. It's time to say hello to a very happy color. It says here yellow. Okay? Yellow. Now, yellow is the color of energy and sunshine if you haven't noticed at all. Well, it makes everything look bright and cheerful. So let's practice the two-part sound together. Listen carefully. Yellow. Again, yellow. But you try to connect it much better. Yellow. Again, yellow. Say it with me at home. Yellow, yellow. So it sounds a bit like the word hello, doesn't it? Okay, hello, yellow, yellow. Again, yellow. Now let's look at the wonderful things that are naturally yellow on our side. We have, of course, the big hot sun that gives us light every day. That is yellow. Next, a very tall flower that always turns its face toward the sun. Sunflower. Next, cheese. So many types of cheese that we put in our sandwiches are yellow. Okay, for a moment. Next, we have star. Just like the yellow stars we counted in our numbers activity. Next, lemon. Lemon, that is a fruit that is very sour but has a beautiful yellow skin. That is lemon. Next is chick. Again, chick. That is a tiny fluffy baby chicken that is bright yellow. Okay? So let's try to say this sentence. The sun is yellow. Okay? The sun is yellow. Let me type it here. The sun is yellow. Okay? So again, this color, the third primary color is yellow. Yellow. Okay. All right. I think the next one would be the secondary color. So congratulations so far, everyone. You have officially no learned all three primary colors. Red. Let's go back. Red, blue, and yellow. You know the leaders. These are our leader colors. Now, are you ready for the magic, for the mixing, for the combination of these primary colors? On the next slide, we will see what happens when these three friends mix together to make new colors. Let's have the secondary colors. So these are again the colors made by mixing. Okay, you mix primary colors. All right, everyone, look at the screen. Again, it says secondary colors. Now, does anyone know what secondary means? If primary, means first, secondary means, from the name itself, secondary means second. So these are the colors that are made by mixing our primary colors together. Again, secondary colors, colors made by mixing primary colors. Okay? So think of it like a recipe. If you take two primary colors and you let them hold hands, they create a brand new color friend. Okay? Let's look at the three new colors and see how they are made. Let's have the first one, of course. We have green. Again, green. One more time. Green. Green. So this is the first box with a leaf. This is called leaf in English. So the pronunciation is just easy. Green, green. Now to make this color, this secondary color, we take blue plus, you add it with yellow. So blue plus yellow, we get green. So we take blue and mix it with yellow. That is green. Okay? That's the first one. That's the first secondary color. We move on to the next, the one in the middle. We have a crunchy carrot here. Now, the color of the carrot is orange. Orange. Now we say this as orange. Again, orange. One more time. orange. So to make this one, we take red. Mhm. That's the first color. And then mix it with yellow. Again, red plus yellow, we get orange. In the first one, the one we added to yellow is blue. So that is why we get green. And the second one, red plus yellow, we get orange. And then the last secondary color we have here is purple. Again, purple. On the right, we see some juicy grapes, right? So we say this as purple, purple, purple. So we get this royal color by mixing red plus blue. I am so sorry for that. Again, we mix red and blue. Okay, now, all right, for a moment. Okay, so again, let's recap. The green is made by combining what colors? Blue and yellow. The orange is made by combining what colors? Red and yellow. The purple is made by combining what colors? Red and blue. Now, let's try to see if you still remember, okay, the different secondary colors. Okay. Um, okay. I'm gonna ask you a question and of course type in your answer in the comment box. I want to see if you can remember these color recipes. So I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to type the answer in the comments as fast as you can. Here is your first question. If I mix red and yellow together, what color do I get? Again, if I mix red and yellow together, what color do I get? Okay? You can type your answer. I'm gonna wait for 10 seconds. Okay. If we mix red and yellow together, we get orange. Again, how do you say it? Orange. Orange. So that is the color. Okay, here is a harder one. What two primary colors do I need to mix to make green? Again, what two primary colors do I need to mix to make green? Please type both colors in the comments. Okay, so what's the answer? Oh, yes. The answer is blue and yellow. Again, blue and yellow. Let's go back. Again, for green, blue plus yellow. For orange, red and yellow. For purple, red plus blue. Okay, before we dive deeper into these secondary colors, I want to know your opinion. Out of these three, green, orange, and purple, which one is your favorite secondary color? Mine, I would say orange because it's bright. I've been loving some bright colors these days because it makes me happy. Okay, how about you? What's your favorite secondary color? Okay, you can use this as you can use this sentence and complete it. My favorite secondary color is green. Is it orange? Is it purple? All right, let's move on to this one. So we will dive deeper in the different secondary colors. So we start with green. Do you remember our secret recipe from the last slide? Again, secret recipe from the last slide. We make green by mixing our primary friends, colors, blue and yellow. We combine them together. So this particular color, green, this is the color of nature, the color of life, the color of growth. So let's try to practice the pronunciation together. Green. It has a long E sound. So everyone, say it at home. Green. One more time. Green. So there are so many green things around us, especially when we go outside. Let's look at the examples in our slide here. We have tree, tree. So the tall trees that give us shade are green. Next, cucumber, cucumber. Now, this is a long, crunchy vegetable that is green inside and out. Cucumber. Next, a frog. A frog is a little animal that really loves to hop and is often bright green. That is frog. Next, plants. Plants. Now, the small leaves and bushes in our garden are green. Plants. Next, salad. Salad. This is a healthy bowl of vegetables that is usually full of green leaves. Okay. Lastly, we have lizard. Lizard. Now, some lizards can even change their color, but many start as color green. Again, we have tree, cucumber, frog, plants, salad, and lizard. Okay? Nature is actually full of green. No? I know you noticed that. But maybe you have something green in your room right now. You can always share it in the comment section. Okay? Or comment box. Let me see if I have green here. Yeah, I have. I have this one. I have a green mint. Double mint. This one. Okay? So green is everywhere, inside and outside our homes. Okay? Here we have the sentence that the frog is green. Again, the frog is green. Okay, let's have the next one. What is the next color? We have orange. Again, orange. So we have seen already how green is made, and now it is time for this one, no, for orange. So look at the screen. It's time for this warm and still energetic color, orange, which is pronounced as orange. But you, of course, transition those two syllables seamlessly, smoothly. So instead of saying orange, we say orange. Orange. Now, do you remember the secret recipe for this one? Do you remember? To get this beautiful color, we have to mix two of our primary leaders together. What are those leaders, primary colors or first colors? We will mix red and yellow. Again, so it's like mixing fire and sunshine. If we mix that, we get color orange. This one, not this color. So let's practice saying the name carefully. It has two parts. Orange. Orange. Try it with me at wherever you are. Orange. Orange. Okay, very good. Now let's explore all the wonderful things on our side that wear this secondary color. Again, let's see. We have, of course, the fruit, which is the same name of the color, orange. Orange. Next, pumpkin. Okay, pumpkin. Before that, this particular word or example, this is a special word because it is the name of the color and the name of this juicy fruit. Okay. Next, we have pumpkin. Pumpkin. So we see these a lot during festivals. They are big, they are round, and the name is, or the color has bright orange. Next is a fox, so an animal. It is a very smart animal with beautiful orange fur. So that is a fox. Next is the sunset, my favorite. So when the day is in ending, the sky often turns a deep glowing orange. That is what we call a sunset. Next is peach. Peach. So it is a soft, sweet fruit that has lovely orange, pinky color. Okay, that is peach. And lastly, basketball. If you love sports, you know that a standard basketball is always orange. Again, orange. So that is orange. Okay. All right. S- okay. So we have here the sentence, the pumpkin is orange. Again, the pumpkin is orange. So, okay. Now, again, what colors do we mix to get orange? One is red, another one is yellow. So orange is a very strong color. So it is really easy to spot. No, you can think about things in your kitchen, your toys, or maybe even safety clothes that you see outside, right? It's orange. Some of them are orange. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is the last secondary color. Again, the last secondary color. So we are almost at the end of our color journey. We have learned green and orange. We have one more secondary color to visit, and that is purple. Okay, what is the mix? What colors do we use to mix or to get the color purple? What secondary color? Okay, what secondary color or what primary colors? I mean, we have to mix red and blue. Okay, red and blue. So this is purple. Purple is a combination of the primary colors red and blue. So in pronouncing this word we say purple. This has two syllables. So we say it purple. Purple. Again, purple. So again, the recipe for this color, to create this beautiful color, we have to mix two of our primary leaders, which are the red and the blue. Okay, let's try practicing the name again together. It is two parts, pur and pull. Say it with me at home. Pur, pull. Again, pur, pull. Excellent. Now let's look at the amazing things in our side or in our side here in the slide that are these things are naturally purple, okay? Or most of them. We have the eggplant. Eggplant, a large shiny, sorry for that, a large shiny vegetable that is a very dark purple. So that is eggplant. It is a vegetable that has the color of purple. Okay, next is heart. Again, so heart, we have heart again. So just like our red heart, a purple heart can represent special feelings. So there's this, metaphor element behind this one. Next, flower. Again, Flower. Now, many beautiful flowers like lavender or orchids are purple. I don't know what happened in the picture, but it's supposedly be orchids or lavender. But yeah, flower is purple. Some flowers. Next is dress, of course. Some dresses are purple. So this is a very popular color for beautiful clothes. Next is we have unicorn. Again, unicorn. Now, in many stories, these magical creatures have purple hair or sparkles. That is a unicorn. And lastly, crystal. Again, crystal. So these are some special rocks and gems found in the earth, which is naturally purple. Okay, that is crystal. So again, we have eggplant, heart, flower, dress, unicorn, and crystal. And our sentence here is the flower is purple. Again, the flower is purple. Okay, let's use your eyes. No, look at the question in the middle. What else is purple? Okay, what else is purple? Think about fruits, maybe characters, or even things in your school bag. And, try to type or share to the class one more thing that is purple. Okay, of course, you will comment it in our comment box or comment section. What else? What else? What other things that are purple? Okay? All right. I'm going to give you 20 seconds, oh, 15 seconds to think. Okay. Okay. Again, our color, thank you for commenting or sharing if you have, or if you have. Again, our lost secondary color is purple. Purple. Okay, let's review. We have, so far, we've already talked about the primary colors, which are red, blue, and yellow. Those are the primary colors. Next, we talk about, okay, all right, that's done. Next, we talk about secondary colors, which are the colors made by mixing primary colors. We have green, orange, and purple. Those are the secondary colors. Again, what is the recipe? What colors do we add to make green? Blue and yellow. How about orange? Red and yellow. And last one, purple. Red and blue. Okay, we move on to neutral colors. Again, we move on to neutral colors. So neutral colors, these are the colors without much brightness. Okay, neutral colors are colors without much brightness. Okay, we have black, white, and brown. Again, black, white, and brown. So we have learned, as I mentioned earlier, we've learned about primary colors and secondary colors. But of course, this is the final group already. We have the neutral colors. Now, what does neutral? This one. What does neutral mean? Again, what does neutral mean? You can always share it to the class by using the comment box. What does neutral mean? The slide actually tells us a great hint that these colors are without much brightness. So they are calm, they are quiet. Okay. Sorry for that. And of course, these colors, neutral colors, they are very important because they help the bright colors stand out. Okay? So you can think of these as background colors of our world. That is our neutral colors. Now let's look at the three neutral friends and practice how we say their names. Let's have this one, of course, at the left. We have block. Again, block. So look at the first box with the cut. The pronunciation is block. Okay, that one, block. It is a very strong, solid color. So it is the color of the ink in your pens or the dark night sky. That is black. Again, black. We have our example here is a black cat or black. Next neutral color is white. Again, white. So in the middle, we have a fluffy cloud here. So the pronunciation again is white. White. So white is the opposite of black. It is the color of the paper in your notebook. It is the color of the white spots on your oh yeah, and the ladybug we counted last meeting. Okay, so this is white, the fluffy cloud. And lastly, we have brown. Again, brown. Now on the right, we see a friendly bear. Again, this one, that is a friendly bear. The pronunciation for this is brown. Brown. It is a very natural color. I'm sorry. So again, this is brown. It is when we say brown, it is the color of the earth, of tree trunks, and many of our favorite chocolates. So that is brown. Okay. Again, these are our neutral colors: black, white, and brown. Okay. Now, even though these colors aren't really bright enough, they are everywhere. Okay, I want to see if you can find them in your home right now. So try to look around you and let's start with black. Okay, and maybe it's your computer, your shoes, or even your hair. Just show it to us. Okay, but or maybe you can just type it in the object and then the color of the object and then the object. Okay. Uh, So you can go to the comment section and type, I see blank, I see color and then the object. Okay, I'm gonna give you 20 seconds to think. Okay, all done? All right. Again, recap. Our neutral colors are black, white, and brown. So for black, I have, of course, my my background that is black, my jacket that is black, my mic that is black. Okay? There are so much black in everywhere. So this is black. For the white, I have a band paper here that is white. I have a tissue that is white. Okay? And lastly for brown, I have here a storage rack that is brown. I have also this box that is brown. Okay? And there are many more. Okay? So there are a lot of things that you can find with these colors, despite its neutrality. Okay? All right. So those are the different colors that we are going to discuss for this session. I grouped them by their corresponding or respective group. So there are three groups. We have first is the primary colors, followed by secondary colors, and then the last one is neutral colors. Now, before we finish our color adventure, I have a big challenge for you to type in the comments. Okay? Today we learned how many colors. There are three per category or per group. So we have nine colors in total. We learned in the primary. What did we learn? Let's see. We learn about these primary colors, which are the main colors we use to make other colors. So it exists on its own. We have red, blue, and yellow. Next, secondary. Okay, this one. We have the secondary colors are green, orange, and purple. Those ones. Those are the secondary color. Green, we created this by mixing blue and yellow. And then we get green. Next is red plus yellow. We get orange. And last one, red plus blue, we get purple. Okay? So, and yeah, napa. There is still one more group. Okay, not that one. All right, this one. Neutral colors, colors without much brightness. We have black, white, and brown. Okay? Again, for primary, red, blue, and yellow. Secondary, green, orange, purple. And neutral colors are black, white, and brown. So, your task here, the challenge is that everyone, I want you to think about all of them. Okay, in the comments, type the one color that you think is the most useful color in the whole world. Okay, okay. So I wanted to think all of them. Type one color that you think is the most useful for you. Okay, one color that is most useful for you among all the nine colors that we've discussed in this session. Like which one do you need the most in your life? Okay? You can type in your answers in the comment box. I'm gonna give you time for that. Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone if you have commented. So those are our colors. Okay? Now let's see some exercises. Or maybe I'm just gonna give you one exercise for now. Let's see what's next. Okay, let's practice. These are random colors. You try. This is your time to shine. So I want you to, you know, I want you to practice this one. These are just simple and basic sentences. No? You have traveled through the whole world of colors already, especially today. So you met with the primary leaders and then the secondary magic mixes and our calm natural or neutral, I'm sorry, neutral friends. So you've learned so much vocabulary today. Okay? But of course, it is what is a lesson without assessment. But let's try to see, no? Let's try to see. It's time for the ultimate challenge. It is one thing to know a color's name, but it is much more powerful to use that color in a full sentence. Look at the look at the title of our last slide, or not yet, of this slide. Let's practice. Our goal here is to complete this specific sentence pattern. The object, the, and then object is, and then the color. So let's look at the three examples we have on the screen to help us get started. We have, first, we see the sun. We say the sun is yellow. Next, we see ocean. Next is the ocean is blue. Again, the ocean is blue. First one is the sun is yellow. Next, and the last one, the tree is green. So when we see the tree, you can say, or you can say, the tree is green. Okay, that is our short practice. Okay, for a moment. All right. Have you processed everything so far? Again, let's recap. Our primary first colors are red, blue, and yellow. Our secondary, yeah, our secondary here, or secondary colors are the green, the orange, and the blue. Again, I know, purple. Green, orange, and purple. For neutral colors, we have black, white, and brown. So I want you to think about all of them, everyone. In the comments, type the one color that you think is the most useful color in the whole world. Like which one do we need the most? Okay? Share it in the comment box. Okay. You can always comment your answer in the comment box, okay? All right. Wow. Everyone, we have traveled through the whole world of colors today. We met the primary leaders, the secondary magic mixes, and our calm neutral friends. So you have learned so much vocabulary actually today. But of course, now it is time for the ultimate challenge. It is one thing to know a color's name, but it is much more powerful to use that color in a full sentence. Okay? Which, this is already done. The sun is yellow, the ocean is blue, the tree is green. Okay? All right. But now here, this is the ultimate challenge. Sun is yellow, ocean is blue, the tree is green. Okay. Now we are going to pause here. We are going to continue tomorrow for a short review and then of course the different exercises that I prepared for this lesson. I hope you participate later on. Okay? Thank you all for today. You all have been absolutely amazing today. No, we learned about primary colors, secondary colors, and neutral colors, and how to describe everything around us. I want everyone to give a thumbs up or a heart emoji if you have in the comments. So if you had fun learning about colors today. Okay? Okay. Thank you all for being here. You have officially finished, no? Our today's color lesson. Keep using these words every day and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye and thank you everybody. Thank you all.